Uh, Jared, you got to calm down on that, man.
I don't know how I do it. Oh, well, hey, everybody.
Hello there. Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to the Longbox Crusade, doing it live stream episode 18.
We've done 18 of these?
18. That means we're doing this for a year and a half.
Wow.
We do one every month.
You do the math for us. I appreciate that.
That's part of what I do here and at Action Film Face Off. Who we got in the chat? I see GLHG. I see Pat Sampson in the chat. So we're just warming up, and hopefully we get some more folks coming by because we've got stuff to give away in today's trivia challenge. I've got some exciting things planned.
Derek W.
Derek W.
Yep.
Oh, my chat's okay. My chat's about 6 seconds behind yours. Yeah, I see it now. What up, Derek WC? Welcome to the chat. It's nice to see everybody here. Let's go around the horn, see how everyone's doing. Pat, how you doing with your tender tummy?
I've been doing all right, but yeah, my tummy's a little rumbly.
Got a tender tummy today, folks. Take it easy on him.
Mm-hmm. Not a lot of pep.
You better get that pep up.
Maybe you need some Pepto.
You better get that pep up. Yeah, unfortunately, Jason the Weasel Skull won't be joining us today. He had some family events to take care of. Hello, GLHG. Hello, Derek. And Delvin, how have you been? More importantly, what kind of shirt are you wearing? I can just see the top of it.
Oh,
Transformers?
I've worn it before. Yep.
Oh, it's the crowned Starscream. Yes, gotcha.
Yes. The Starscream / Biggie tribute. There. I'm doing all right. I went to jiu-jitsu this morning. I'm a little worn out, a little tired. But good overall. I can't complain. Things are okay here in Charlotte, relatively speaking, I think. So that's about it for me.
Well, now it's a show because Courtney's here. Hello, Courtney.
Courtney.
And excellent. I'm celebrating. Celebrating today. I'm wearing a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man shirt. And I got this shirt last Christmas from my friends Jesse and Jeannie. And it promptly went in the drawer because it was a little snug and I felt like the Marshmallow Man myself when I wore it. But I've recently hit the 20 pounds down mark and I'm liking the way the shirt fits. So
nice.
Everyone clap for me.
Good for you.
Hooray for me. What's up, Courtney, in the chat? Courtney, we have been waiting for you because Courtney asked a very poignant question this week. She said, how does one start a podcast? Pat, you want to take this one?
All right. Well, you see, when a male podcaster...
It's about to get real in this piece.
We will get to trivia in just a second, but we promised Courtney that we give her the answer on how to start a podcast. And since Pat started this whole network, I figure I let him answer that as best he can, and I'll jump in as appropriate.
Well,
no.
Yeah, that's wrong. That's not right.
I think, it's coming up with an idea of what you want to do or what you want to, basically talk about or talk with other people about.
Right. Solid topic is key. That's correct.
Solid topic is key. And then getting some recording equipment. Basically, you can use a headset. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It can be the more better equipment you get, the better sounding it is. But if you
just see my Yeti mic with the pea popper, as some people call it, right there.
The pea popper. Mine is right here.
Hold on. I can do that. I can do that.
Drop it down. Yep.
Ooh, Snowball mic. B team. Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait. Let me put it back. All right. Good.
Let's see what else.
So you get your equipment, right? You got your idea.
got your idea.
A loose. I would a loose script at least, a little
Loose
plan
script
of
of
how
what
you're
you
going
want
to
to
go
do,
through.
how you want to do it. Yep. Some recording software. You can record through Audacity. It's free.
Mm-hmm. You can record with Skype and Skype Recorder.
Skype Recorder. Yep.
We use the StreamYard as we use to live stream to you guys here. StreamYard does a really good job of catching our audio. But yeah, that's what Pat's saying. You can, however you want to record it is fine.
I think a lot of the hardest part is the editing.
Yes.
And it's the longest part as well too. You can record all you want, but is anybody that's doing it can tell you it's the editing that takes so long.
All the work in podcasting is in the editing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's 90% of the work in podcasting is in the editing.
I mean, there's a good deal of podcasts who do no editing whatsoever. They just, whatever is recorded is what they're putting out, and that's just it.
True.
I've heard.
Gross. That's gross.
I have heard even people, friends who I've told about the podcast and who I have, say, hey, here's a show, whichever show it is, that even if they don't know the topic, they're like, this show is very clearly well produced. And that is something that we, and I will definitely give credit to Pat and Jared more than anything we take pride in making sure that the podcast comes out with a good sound quality, good sound editing, and things of that nature. And people taking notice to that. People do see that as an earmark for what Longbox Crusade comes out with, which is a good thing.
If you are interested in that and sort of that really nuts and bolts, and I'm not just talking to Courtney, but to anybody out there who's watching live or watching this on a rewatch, I am planning on doing a live editing show where I'm going to actually edit a podcast live stream using Audacity, and just kind of talking my way through it, and people can watch and just really soak up the nuts and bolts. And then maybe people in the chat can give me tips about things that I don't know about that could save me time. Could be a really big win. And I'll probably be doing that right here on the Longbox Crusade Network live stream. Maybe not necessarily doing it live stream on a Sunday, maybe just sort of a midweek pop-up thing though. So if you're really interested in that, do let me know. And I will take something that's not terribly long. I won't do a full episode that takes 3 or 4 hours, but I'll do something that we do that's smaller, and I'll do some sample work on that. So you can join us here for that. There will be more information to come.
Yeah, make sure that it's one show that you've already cleaned up, so they don't have to hear some of the.
No, I will probably use some of the clips and snippets I'm using for the James Bond documentary that I'm making, because I have clips from people that it's all very appropriate, and it's 10 minutes long, and I'll just edit it down to about 5 minutes, and they can kind of see how that works.
Derek says a 5-hour live stream.
5-hour live stream.
He's been there.
Derek knows what's up.
Yeah, definitely.
That didn't take too long.
Yeah. So it's really all of the editing, and then you're going to want to go to a hosting, and we use Anchor. Anchor is really easy.
In the beginning, I used to had to do it a couple different ways to do it all kind of free. So I had a couple different ways of doing it. And just do some research too. I took several months just doing some research out there too, looking at how to get started, how to do things. So.
Sit, record it, edit it, distribute it. Who else got questions? ...
Mad money.
Mad money.
Yeah.
Step 5, whatever that is. Mad money. Well, all right. Well, we've got a handful of folks in the chat and online. John Beatty is here. John says, Pat, blink 5 times if you need help. So
I did that before.
Did you? Did he send help?
You guys didn't see me blinking?
Derek asked, what do you guys use for edit software? We use Audacity.
Audacity.
We use Audacity with just a little dash of Levelator. Usually we levelate it, and then we Audacity it up, and then we levelate it again at the very end. And that's it. That's all we use for editing. So that is that. Hip cats.
Hopefully that's helpful, or at least get you somewhat started.
Exactly.
And it's good to talk to other people that are podcasting out there to get their thoughts. And I did a lot of that in the beginning, was asking a lot of podcasters, the same question: how do I get started? What do I do? What's some good stuff to use?
And we will, like I said, I'll probably do a live stream of an edit, and we can all chat and learn from each other. I think there could be a lot of learning involved in that.
GLHG mentions also the chemistry, Courtney. Scripted is good, but the best moments have come from the random stuff said. Take it from a long-time podcast listener. I couldn't imagine doing a podcast like you're coming on weekly or however long you decide to do your podcast, and you're coming on with people you don't like seeing. That could be it could be an issue. Like, gotta go talk about this thing that I sort of like with people who I don't like.
I don't like at all.
I've been taking it the whole time.
Yeah,
I knew it.
But you fake it, and that's good. I know.
I'm gonna poke you in the head.
It's the face.
Poke you.
Well, with that, I hope we answered some questions about how to make a podcast, and we'll get into our comic book trivia here in just a second. If anybody out there is interested in taking the fourth square today, you can snuggle right in there next to Delvin.
Ooh.
Somewhere down in that area, maybe over there.
I mean, I maybe be somewhat tired. I had some jiu-jitsu today, so like I've already got my snuggles for the day.
If you want the fourth square to do a little comic book trivia with us, just let us know and we can send you a link. We may be joined by our sponsor, Mr. Tim Benson. Pat, you already have a link. So there's that. You're in the chat. It says I will.
Oh, no, I was talking to Courtney's telling me to be nice to Delvin, so I will.
Thought you said you
be nice to Delvin.
So if anybody wants the fourth square link, let us know. And we will bring you in for
so you can poke me, Delvin.
Let's not. Nah, we're not even going to go down that road. Okay. Oh, now they're just playing games with it.
Never mind us.
While they're playing games, as usual, if you would like to be entered into our end of show raffle to perhaps win a little freebie as Delvin starts a fire, just put "I want to win" in the chat. If you put "I want to win" in the chat, we will put you down for that to see if you want to get involved. If you want to win some stuff, I'm jotting that in my column. I want to win. So if you write "I want to win" in the chat, we'll enter you. You'll have some chances to win during today because there are trivia prizes for people in the chat. So get your fast fingers ready, chat people. There are prizes to be had. Courtney wants to win.
I will write that down. I got it.
All right.
Good.
So I guess the question is, I've pulled up a comic book trivia list, website, if you will. So I guess the real question is, which one of you guys wants to go first? I've scrolled through these, and some are easy, some are hard. There's going to be some luck involved. I've got some wild rounds coming up.
I need some help from a friend.
Oh, you're gonna phone a friend?
Well, maybe the audience. Can I?
Can
I get maybe?
Wait a minute. How is Weasel Skull the good-looking Albrecht? Huh? How is that possible?
Uh-oh. There are a few things that get Jared's ire up. We may have found one of
them. Oh, goodness. All right. So, who wants to start off with a question?
I'll start off.
You'll start off?
Sure.
Hey, Jared.
Yeah.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
How do I win this game?
How do you win this game? Sure. You have more points at the end of today's episode than Delvin does.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
All right. So what we'll do is I'm going to ask Delvin a question. If he gets it right, he'll get a point. If he misses it, you'll have the opportunity for a steal. Then I'm going to mix in some wild rounds later on with some interesting premises that you will learn about when we get to the wild rounds.
I'm kind of scared. Interesting premises scare me.
Mm-hmm. And then there's going to be questions for people in the chat. So get your fast fingers ready. We'll be making notes about who's answering questions properly in the chat to give some stuff away. There's a lot going on today.
Well, we should get it started then.
All right. Green Lantern HG says he wants to win. He also says it's Gene's Jared Jeans, so he apparently doesn't want to win. Take him off the list for being a smartass. Jason and I have the same jeans, dude.
How do you guys decide which one gets to wear them?
I wear the khakis when he wears the jeans. All right, Delvin, your first question. And I would say this was fairly challenging. You got a
starting me off with a challenging question?
I'm just going in order as they come up on this here.
What the hell, man?
Web app. I got to know from you, Delvin, what superhero was born with the Curse of Cortex? The Curse of Cortex.
Born with it.
With the Curse of Cortex. Courtney says I'm the pretty one. Thank you, Courtney. Thank you.
The Curse of Cortex.
Mm-hmm.
Curse of Cortex. Would we know this one?
Yes. I did take this question. I did initially get it wrong.
Yeah, I took it off of you in live comments on StreamYard, and I'm not looking at YouTube. Because, I know if I got it right or any question I get right, the usual accusations that follow.
What's that?
I'm not going to get this one right, though. How about Werewolf by Night? Dislike. I don't like the little sound effects.
It's part of the website, actually.
That website is defective. I don't like it.
Oh, my goodness. What do you think, Pat? See, John Beatty says it's Morbius.
No.
Do you believe him?
I do not.
Curse of
Cortex, Kordax.
I think I'll go with I'll go with Green GL said Blue Devil, so I'm going to go with that. I really don't know, so
Going with the Blue Devil.
Yeah.
All right. The correct answer was Aquaman. Was born with the Curse of Cortex. Yeah, that was a tough one. Don't worry, I think the next one's easier. So born of royal Atlantean blood, Aquaman was abandoned for having blonde hair, which according to Atlantean myth signifies the Curse of Cortex.
I have never heard that before. I do remember like something about the blonde, something like that from the movie. Blah 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 blah
blah blah. Words.
Yeah, but Curse of Cortex, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. All right, Pat. I think your question is easier.
I hope so.
What supervillain was created when Emil Blonsky accidentally exposed himself to concentrated bursts of gamma rays?
Yeah, I know this.
What villain?
Mm-hmm. What supervillain was created when Emil Blonsky accidentally
Abomination?
Let's just click this button and... That is correct, Pat. You are on the board.
It's the Abomination.
That's right. A spy attempting to steal the research of Dr. Bruce Banner, Emil Blonsky accidentally exposed himself to a concentrated burst of gamma rays to transform him into a green-skinned monster known as
the Abomination.
The Abomination.
More powerful than the Hulk.
Ooh, I like this question. This is a slightly challenging, but I think I have faith in you, Delvin.
I appreciate that. Started off a little miss. You know?
Yeah, this next one, I would say this is a medium to hard, but I like your chances. What Chester Gould character made his first appearance in the Detroit Free Press on October 4th, 1931?
I think that's Dick Tracy.
Correct, sir. Dick Tracy is correct. Ooh, over.
And no, Courtney, Jason Momoa was not a blonde. I think they switched it for the movie. They talked about that birthright thing, and I can't remember. No, I think they went with him being half. Yeah, half human, half Atlantean. I think that was what they distinguished, like, had him as different.
Those crafty Atlanteans. Always up to something. Well, let's see here.
Are you looking for easy questions for Pat?
I hope so.
No, actually, I was on a whole other page. All right, Pat. Here you go. What superhero grew up on the planet Tamaran? Tamaran, however you want to pronounce it. Tamaran.
I'm gonna say
I know that Delvin knows this one.
I'm gonna say you're right.
Starfire.
Let me just click this button right here. Correct, Pat.
Wow.
It is Starfire.
Miranda has on Teen Titans downstairs. To Teen Titans go. It does not get a high rating on IMDb, but like I find myself watching a lot of episodes of it. It's so stupid.
Have you watched the movie Teen Titans Go to the Movies?
Mm-mm.
It was worth your time and effort. Yes.
It's funny because it's been on for a while now, but like IMDb was kind of brutal to it with like the 5.5. Like comparatively, there's another cartoon that if you're just sitting there bored on a Saturday watching Cartoon Network, they show a lot of The Amazing World of Gumball. Like that's highly rated, and that's a pretty funny show too. But like a lot of the Teen Titans fans, like the previous one was like really serious, and more gritty. Right. And then they switched to this new 15-minute format, and it's like, I mean, they'll actually bring up villains and stuff like that and other characters in the DC universe, but it's more silly.
I've watched the heck out of it.
I guess people just like, it's not
I like it. I enjoy it. I can enjoy them both for what they are, but I enjoy Teen Titans and Teen Titans Go to the Movies.
Yes, John, it's my bed sheet in the back.
I have an actual bed.
Yes, that's the sheet.
That's the sheet that goes to that bed. Yep. I can't get my sheet together.
I'm actually in Jared's other room. I am being
Bye, John Beatty. Thanks for stopping by. John had to run.
All right, bye, John.
That's all right. Delvin's about to get an easy question. I don't even think I have to read the rest of the question. I'll just maybe the first two words. Edwin Jarvis serves as butler to what super team?
Avengers.
Avengers is correct.
No, was he originally Tony's?
Well, let me just read you something that comes up when you click the correct answer. When Tony Stark, Iron Man, first joined the Avengers, he offered his family mansion as the team's headquarters. Since that day, Jarvis, the Stark family butler, has maintained his residence in the mansion and has served as butler to the Earth's mightiest heroes.
I mean, he'd have some stories to tell.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was one time Thor got drunk, and we you know what? I'd rather not talk about that. There's a reason he's called the Thunder God. That's all I'm saying.
There is a reason he's called the Thunder God.
It was taco night.
All right, whose turn is this? Pat's turn.
It's Pat's.
Pat.
Yes. Ooh.
Oh. Which female superhero was inhabited by the soul of an ancient Egyptian princess after attempting suicide? Ooh, I don't know.
I'm gonna say Hawk Girl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What? Good job, Pat.
Ooh.
Wow. I
All
did
this
not
comic
know that.
all this is, you know what? It's all the comic podcasts that I listen to that's paying off right now.
They must be paying off. Courtney said hot girl in the chat.
Yeah, there you go, Courtney. That's
Look at
good.
that. Y'all are on fire. I didn't know that one. Of course, I'm
Yeah,
a Hawk deficient.
her and Carter, they have a pretty weird and twisted past where they're fated to fall in love with each other over and over again and die. That's their thing. They fall in love, they die.
Huh.
But they do.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna read more. I want to get into reading some more Hawkman.
Yeah, I know next to nothing about Hawkman. He's got a big old metal mace that something's kind of magical or something like that. Thanagarian, I think.
You know,
You've
as a
reached
kid
my
with
limits.
a toy, I always found him fascinating looking.
You know,
with the wings and
look at what I've got in the giveaways, Ben. By the way, somebody just might win this today. I got Hawkman, Hawk Girl figure 2-pack.
Pat wants to be in that drawing.
You get Hawkman and Hawk Girl from the Hero World figures. You know what? Let's just throw this out there. Nth metal. That's what Derek said. We're gonna throw out a long box trivia question. So this kind of is, you kind of have to be listening to our shows maybe to get this one right. But if you get this question right, you know what? We're gonna give you the Hawkman and the Hawk Girl. So get your fingers ready, people
Pat,
out there.
You can't answer, Pat.
Pat, you don't get the answer. Delvin doesn't get the answer. All right. So here's the thing.
so Jared, I got a question.
All right. Go ahead.
Can I answer?
No. You may
Okay.
not. I'm gonna make this one relatively easy. Relatively easy. We have done the 12 Days of Crusade Miss every year since 2017. Right? There's been 36 episodes of the 12 Days of Crusade Miss. That's our podcast that we do. 12 episodes, one every day, every December, counting down to Christmas Day, where we introduce people to often overlooked comic book titles. If you can name 3 comic book titles that we have featured on Crusade Miss, the Hawkman and Hawk Girl is yours.
Ooh.
3 comic book titles we have featured on Crusade Miss. That I mean, I made it to where people who hadn't listened could just guess in the chat. You get 3 titles.
Green Lantern says that during the brightest day, they got rid of the curse and then it came back.
Well, so he didn't really get rid of the curse.
That's, to me, that sounds like that's one of those where all right, we're moving on, and then some writer was like,
No, we're not moving on.
Courtney has chimed in with 1 with Transformers. That is correct.
Just need 2 more.
Says G.I. Joe. Does G.I. Joe count?
James Bond.
Oh, Sean Urbanski comes in with the NAM, Dark Shadows, and that Atlas one.
All right,
that's right. We did do an Atlas one.
I'll tell you what.
No, I'm just kidding. That was Jason's.
Tell Sean Urbanski to not go far because, I mean, Transformers, we did G.I. Joe special missions, and we did do 2 issues from the James Bond comic books last Crusade Miss, so I think we got to give it to Courtney.
I mean, we've done G.I. Joe special missions. Are you guys going to be hard?
No, let's give it to Courtney, and then I'm pretty sure that Sean and GLHC are going to win something before this is out because they're obviously on top of it.
GL came in with a right answer too. Transformers, Hitman, the NAM.
Yes.
Watch out.
Sean, you and GLHG hang around. There's more free stuff to give away. And I can tell that you guys are going to win some stuff because you know your Longbox Crusade trivia. Don't go anywhere, guys. Courtney, the Hawkman and Hawk Girl are yours. Good job. Good job. We'll do another couple rounds of questions with Pat and Delvin, and we'll take any questions that you might have. Doesn't have to be comic book trivia. Any questions you have of us in the chat, and in just a few minutes, we'll do another giveaway to people in the chat for the Longbox trivia. Whose turn was it? I think it's Delvin's turn.
I think so, because that was the Hawk Girl question that Pat asked. I will go back onto Clicking off live comments.
All right. Let's
You
see.
better not be having anybody feeding you answers. Ooh. Ooh.
No, I think I'm getting them before the chat comes up.
This is an interesting one. I think I know the answer. Who was the first costumed superhero? That's how the question reads. I'm trying to think if there's a way I can steer you in the right direction. The good news is I would have guessed it right.
I have a guess.
It's your question, sir.
Okay. I'll be right back. I gotta help my dog.
Okay, help your dog.
Go potty.
Go potty, Pat.
I think the curse, the first costume superhero was Superman.
I initially thought it was Superman, but upon further review, I guess Pat will get a chance at this when he's done with his dog. Don't anybody tell him, since he can't hear us right now. But Derek is correct.
I didn't know that. I mean, I'm sure Pat isn't listening, so I didn't know that the Phantom existed before Superman.
Yeah, when I saw the list, because these actually have multiple choices, but we're not going to go through all that. And I clicked originally. I was like, "Is it?" I almost clicked on Superman. I was like, "That might be the Phantom," and it dinged me. You have a pretty good knowledge of newspaper comic strips, so I thought you might have been on that one. It is a tricksy question, though. Derek's right. It is tricksy. Don't anybody tell Pat when he comes back that the answer is the Phantom.
You know, I heard that Affleck was the bomb in Phantom, yo.
No, that was Phantoms.
Oh, shit.
Phantom had Billy Zane in it, and I did see that movie. Did you ever see that one?
I did not. Oh, wait. Yeah, you mean like based off the comic strip?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. That came out like in the 90s, right?
Yeah, I want to say it was like our freshman year of college-ish.
Put a cork in it, Zane.
I don't think Pat's coming back.
He may not be. It may just be you and me, dude.
Let's watch as Delvin tries to answer as many questions as he can.
Welcome to the Delvin and Jarrett podcast for Livestream.
What questions do you have of Delvin and I while we wait on Pat to return to answer his question? Oh, just let us know. Whatever you got in the chat is fine.
Tomorrow, one way or the other, pretty sure me and John are going to be recording Transformers Chronicles featuring this one, which I haven't read in a bit.
Is it a one and done? Because I'm supposed to be the guest for all the one and done issues.
Actually, yes, I think it kind of is a one and done, but we have a guest coming on from really Delvin. I want to say TFU Info.
One of those other Transformers podcasts?
One of those other Transformers podcasts, which John has been on and which I did a guest spot on as well.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony, I want to say Brucale.
Mm-hmm.
Really good guy and puts on a good show and speaks well of us. So the reason why it's a one-off is because Bob Budiansky is the normal writer of the book. Mm-hmm. And in this case, Len Kaminsky came in. Like, this was a fill-in issue. Len Kaminsky came in and with Graham Nolan on the pencil.
Oh, I met Graham recently at a Comic-Con. He was just down for me. A nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Maggie.
Oh, hey. We got Maggie.
Maggie.
I bring up Transformers Chronicles.
And she shows up. Bam. Well, that's cool. Welcome to the chat, by the way, Maggie. Thanks for stopping by. We're just waiting on Pat to return from doing something with his dog to answer his trivia question.
To answer the one that I missed.
It's funny that GLHG said, I have a question for you guys. How many DC characters can you name in 30 seconds? Because in one of my wild rounds I have planned for Delvin and Pat, I have something similar to that question. But as to how many I can name in 30 seconds, I'm going to set myself up for success and say 4. Yeah, 4.
Batman.
Something HG.
There's one that's like an element on the periodic table.
John Hames in the chat.
We have both John. I'm like, hey, John. Pat's probably not going to be able to make the recording tomorrow.
But I'll be there, John. Don't worry, I'll be there for Pat.
So it's gonna be you, me, and Anthony. Unless you really, really want to come on.
I'll be okay. Don't worry about it.
Seriously, do you want to come on?
Maybe. What time y'all do this?
Same time as normal. And John's about his business.
Put a question mark after that, John.
John's about his business. He's like we get done recording. It's like, all right, peace. He didn't mess around.
Oh, so
I like that, Derek. Say you guys should just say Green Lantern as fast as you can, 3,605 times.
What's the issue number?
16.
Is it available?
I wouldn't know that.
Hey, Pat.
Hey,
this is not your trivia question, but if I want to read Transformers 16, is that available on streaming on Marvel doesn't have the rights anymore, do they? So it's probably not on Marvel Unlimited.
I don't know if it is or not. I don't think it is.
That may be my limiting factor, gentlemen. Pat, first superhero, costumed.
First superhero costumed.
I can tell you that Delvin guessed Superman and got the on it.
Okay, that was
even though that was one of the options on this year's screen.
First costume superhero. First costume superhero. The Shadow.
That's a fine guess because it's also an option, but the correct answer was the Phantom. You're pretty close. You're pretty close.
Ooh, boy.
It says here, Phantom was the first fictional hero to wear a skin-tight costume, which has become a hallmark of comic book superheroes. First appeared in a daily newspaper strip on February 17th, 1936. And at its peak, the strip was read by over 100 million people daily.
What? Whoa.
That's a lot of Phantom.
That is a lot of Phantom.
It had to be international to reach that much. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's
cool. Clearly.
Yeah, I like that. It's been a while since I watched it, but I didn't mind the Billy Zane movie.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah,
and not then super memorable, but
I saw on TV. I don't know, several years back, they did a remake, but it was more of on a TV. More of, I don't know if they were going to make it a TV series or whatever, but it was made for maybe TV remake of it.
I did not know of this.
Maybe somebody in the chat knows that, but I saw it. That one wasn't too bad either.
While you were gone, John and Maggie joined us.
Oh, hello, John. Hi, Maggie.
I believe the next question is you, Pat, and I am betting way against you on this one. I bet against. I'd be amazed if everybody in the chat gets it right. Apparently, there was a pilot on Sci-Fi for the Phantom, according to Derek William Crap.
That's what it was. It was. I didn't mind it.
All right, Pat. Who was Elvis Presley's favorite superhero? I probably know more about Elvis out of all of us, and I don't know the answer to this question.
It's probably peanut butter and bananas.
Peanut butter and banana man.
Banana man. Banana sandwich man. Who was Elvis's?
I don't think you're gonna get in a million years. I guess that's a clue. So don't guess obvious. That's all I'm gonna say.
Years. All right. Boy. Well then, you know what? I'll go with the Phantom.
Going with the Phantom?
Meh. I buzzed my own stuff.
Delvin, what's your shot in the dark?
Don't guess obvious. Green Hornet.
You know, it's funny. That's a choice on here, but it's not correct. The correct answer was
Prince Valiant.
Captain Marvel Jr.
Oh.
Nobody's favorite superhero is Captain Marvel Jr.
That's DC, right?
I don't know how this happened, but John Hames put this in the chat. He's got to be on the Google machine somewhere. That's all I can say. He's got to be Googling somewhere.
I don't know.
John's
Yeah, John.
He knows what he did.
Dang, John. He apparently knows what he does.
Wait, Derek, who was like a parkour phantom?
I think he's talking about the one that was on the sci-fi channel's take on the Phantom. He was more parkour-y.
John said he knew that one.
That's amazing. Apparently, Elvis Presley loved reading comic books as a boy. His favorite was Captain Marvel Jr. In fact, according to legend, it was this character that inspired him to do the jet black hair with the curl hanging down in the middle of his forehead. Captain Marvel Jr. That's tip of the cap, John Hames, you weirdo.
Yeah. I wouldn't have, I don't even know how many. Like,
I'm impressed. I'm genuinely impressed.
I would have had to have a list of heroes. And it would have taken me a while to
scroll.
I crossed up Captain Marvel Jr.
I'm genuinely impressed. You are the man, sir. John Hames is the man. He's got that steel trap mind. There you go. I believe this is Delvin's question.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting one. What year was the first modern comic book printed? Which is to say, as we know it, at about this size and about this format, that type of deal.
1939.
39 is
a number. Ooh.
Delvin or Pat, the other one?
Is it higher? Is it lower?
Yeah, you don't get hints. much like rookie agents.
There's no hints here, man. You got to know them or don't know them.
Okay.
And he didn't even tell me whether I was close. He just said I was wrong.
I think you were
42.
Close. I think it's in the 30s.
Ooh.
I think it's 33. It's 33. 1933. Publishers at Eastern Color Press, looking for a way to make better use of their printing equipment, which frequently sat idle between jobs, came up with the idea of printing an 8-page comic book section that can be folded down into a larger broadsheet, yada, yada. So basically, you got a 9x12 comic book. And it was called, the experimental comic was called Funnies on Parade, and they gave it away for free. And it proved so popular that the following year they published Famous Funnies and took the bold step of selling the comics for 10 cents.
Even more funnies. Interesting.
I'm laughing at Maggie's comment in the chat.
Yeah. He's second ones.
All right. Pat, are you ready for an easy one? Because you're about to get one.
Yes, I am.
Who is Luke Cage's best friend and longtime partner in crime fighting?
That would be Iron Fist. Oh,
Pat's leading this 4-2. Delvin's had some unlucky questions.
Yeah.
Read an Avengers comic book. Iron Fist got his butt handed to him by Moon Knight.
Oh. We're almost ready to do another round of free giveaways for Longbox Crusade trivia. So hopefully Sean Urbanski and GLHG are still here.
I hadn't heard from Sean in a minute, but I'm sure he's around. Okay. We have polite people. They usually say goodbye and stuff.
All right. Who's ready for an easy one? I think
it's my turn.
Delvin. What super team includes a sentient tree-like creature?
The Guardians of the Galaxy.
Correct, sir.
Taserface.
Or I guess a good alternate answer would be, I am Groot.
Groot originally appeared as an invader that intended to capture humans for experimentation, but was later reintroduced as a member of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Hello, Ken Solo.
Ken Solo. Meow, 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 meow. Best colorer in the business. Ace Wheelie's not in the chat, is he? Good. Okay. Ken Solo, best colorer.
Maggie, I watched the first season of Iron Fist, and it was all right. Like the thing that I couldn't get over is like literally every other character in that like main character in that series at some point uttered, "Iron Fist is an idiot." Like his friends, his friends did, the enemies did, the people, his business partner, they're like, he's kind of an idiot. I'm like, this is the main character of the series. Why are you bashing him?
They did write him, and I want to be very clear. I actually agree with Maggie. Overall, I enjoyed the series quite a bit.
Same.
I think they did almost to their own detriment. You know, he never really matured. His maturity level was almost the same as a childlike. He made a lot of childlike decisions.
Yeah,
which led to bad outcomes, and I think they were leaning on that. Well, he hasn't been in the real world,
haven't we all?
Right.
You know, but I like maybe a little too hard. And if I could change one thing, and I know it would have just probably sent their budget through the roof, is you've got to show him defeat the dragon to get the power. You've got to show him plunge his hand into the heart of the dragon. I want to see that. I need to see that. And you never got to see that. But otherwise, I think it was pretty good. The only other thing I probably would have tweaked was to go a little more high octane on the combat. I mean, it's freaking Iron Fist.
Yeah, you gotta.
They should have ratcheted up. I mean, when the hand-to-hand combat in the Punisher is better than the hand-to-hand combat in Iron Fist, you got to start asking questions.
I agree. I never got to the Punisher.
Me neither.
I
kind of checked out on some of those. So like,
I saw, I think, the first two seasons of Daredevil, and like I distinctly remember either first or second episode of the first series of that continuous fight. It was like a 5-minute fight because I remember there was at one point like Charlie Cox actually puts his hands on his face and just like,
going into rooms, coming out of rooms.
Yeah, no, like that was unusual. And then when it started, the news came out that like that entire scene was done in one take. I was like,
TV, I think, or a microwave or something went flying by at one point.
That is so amazing. That just like if Daredevil could do that, and then you say the Punisher, great hand to hand. You're right. Iron Fist has to bring it because this dude is a martial artist. He has to.
I mean, I remember back when DC did a story arc, and I'm not going to remember what it's called, but it was basically to find out who the best hand-to-hand combat person in the DC universe was, and it ended up not being Batman, but being Green Arrow, not the original, but the son.
Is it because his because his karate is good? He has good fu.
Yes, and that's where I was going with this. I mean, Iron Fist is in league with the top martial artists of Marvel. He could be number one if they ever did something like DC did, to say who's actually the best of the hand combats. I mean, let's be nerdy for a second, boys. Who would you put in there for Marvel? Captain America has to be up there. Black Panther has to be up there for best hand-to-hand combat.
If they ever really talked up Shang-Chi.
Oh, Shang-Chi, definitely.
Yeah.
Like Shang-Chi should be up there. Iron Fist should be up there.
I say Black Widow.
Black Widow has to be up there. Feel like I'm forgetting Misty Knight. Misty Knight's a good hand-to-hand fighter. Maybe not up to the level of those, but she's up there. Homegirl can scrap. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I like Richard Dragon too, but we were just talking about Marvel. But
I read that Richard Dragon series because Scott McDaniel
and Chuck Dixon did it. The same guys that did Nightwing.
I think it was supposed to just be a year. I think it made it that year.
I liked it.
I have it somewhere.
It's good.
Karate Kid. Derek says too.
But that's also DC.
Yeah.
Courtney likes Hawkeye and Chung Lee. I'm not a Moon Knight from Ken Solo.
Chung Lee.
Moon Knight's up there.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, right now, my loyalties for best hand-to-hand combat in Marvel is probably Cap.
Well, you know what? We would have to go to what's the HeroClix power on them?
Let's check the power levels on HeroClix.
Yes.
We have gone pretty far afield here, people.
We have, but I mean,
you know who else we left out? Wolverine. He's pretty good.
Yeah, forgot about Wolverine. And yeah, Wolverine is even without the claws, is an excellent martial artist.
He's a fighter.
And he was so good that he took Kitty and made her an excellent martial artist as well. That's someone else that we've forgotten because she used to just be, first Ariel, then Sprite, and then now they've suck on Shadowcat, and yeah, she can scrap, and that's being someone who could turn intangible and then have the martial arts acumen. That's a devastating combo.
I remember vividly, and I was pretty young when Kitty Pryde and Wolverine miniseries came out. I read that. We talked earlier. I think we were recording a Longbox, I think. But we talked about how you're kids and you have a limited amount of comics, so you read them over and over and over.
Mm-hmm.
The Kitty Pryde and Wolverine miniseries. I read
Snake Eyes
a lot. Well, Snake Eyes, technically Marvel Universe, sure.
Courtney says that. Courtney says Snake Eyes.
John said Shiva, and yes,
definitely Shiva in the DC universe.
Yeah, Shiva is one of the people who trained Batman.
Yeah, I want to say in that big story arc that DC did, it came down between her and Connor, Batman, Shiva.
I love how, generally when Shiva comes around in a comic book, it's run.
Yeah.
it's simply easier to run than to even fight her because you will die if she wants you to.
Yeah, to me, it's always been she's like every bit as equal as Batman, but she'll also do things that he won't do.
Yeah.
It's wow.
I'm reading Batman and the Outsiders, which is a pretty good book. And
modern or vintage?
Yeah, I was going to ask.
Modern.
Not the 80s?
Not the 80s. They've all, it comes and it goes. It comes and it goes. Brian Edward Hill, I believe. I happened to see him on Twitter, and he was talking about him coming out with it, and because he was a brother, I said, okay, I'll buy it just for the heck of it. And it's been pretty good. And I like Black Lightning too, and it's been a pretty good book. And Cassandra Cain's in the book, who is Shiva's daughter, and Shiva wants her to be more in, she's like, you're a devastating assassin, or you could be so much more than what you are right now. You'll never fully be recognized as being one of Batman's flock. It's kind of the angle that
Cassandra's tough, man.
Yeah. She's some character now because she was the original, or not the original, but she came out as Batgirl and had the, that stitched up.
Yeah.
I loved
that run of Batgirl.
And now she is called Orphan, I think, which is I don't know. There are too many Bat characters.
Yeah. Would it blow your mind to know that Cassandra Cain Batgirl run was actually the first ongoing run of Batgirl comics?
Doesn't that seem like a shame?
It was.
Barbara Gordon.
How did Barbara Gordon not get a series?
Yeah, Barbara Gordon could have carried a series. She's hella interesting. And it's shown that over and over across the Batman verse, Birds of Prey. Weirdly, she's never been the person running the whole show with Justice League, which seems bizarre too.
Yeah,
it's valuable.
I love Barbara Gordon.
Barbara.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Whose turn is it for a question? I lost.
I don't know.
I think it's Pat.
Let's see. The last question was Guardians of the Galaxy, and you got it right off the bat, I think, Delvin. So I guess this is Pat. Pat, what superhero gained his powers after being exposed to the Orb of Ra?
Orb of Ra. Oh, Delvin dropped. I guess he didn't win.
I guess you were going to win. I
guess I win. Thank you. Woohoo! I'm
going to win a chicken dinner.
I did it. Orb of Ra.
Mm-hmm. Let's let Delvin back in. Pat won.
I clicked some button. The next thing you know, it's what's your email? What? Computers are hard.
Orb of Ra. I'm not sure. I'll say Orb of Ra. I'll say Hawkman. I know I'm wrong.
Delvin?
Dr. Fate?
That was going to be one of my other ones.
I believe Steel Trap Schaefer Hames got it right in the chat. Metamorpho.
And I'm reading the Terrifics right now. That's I should be ashamed. Yeah.
I'm starting to think that if Jonathan Schaefer Hames put a fraction of the power he has in comics into anything else, he could rule the world. It's like what me and Rob used to say when we were in college. Like, if college was just a movie, because we've seen and memorized so many movies, I could get a 4.0. Oh my gosh, who's got the next question? It's ridiculously easy.
Me.
T'Challa, the King of Wakanda, is also known as this superhero.
I think I know this one.
I think I might too. And rather than like say any joke that could land me in hot water, I'll simply say Black Panther and move it on. move it along.
I don't even want to know what that joke was.
Me neither. I don't know. Like, I could have thought of something that would have been awful. And we don't need that right now.
I was going to guess Kazar, but I was wrong. All right. So moving on to Pat, and then we'll go back.
I was going to guess. No, never mind.
Petrified Man.
The petrified man.
Well, I was going to say stay wrong, but
John's making me laugh in the chat. He said or at least he could find his keys if he used all that power into something else.
But that's an earmark of a super smart person. You're like megawatt level, and you're like, well, actually, and then this is the key, and then I've now solved world peace. And then it's like, sir, your shirt's on backwards.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I was doing that whole world peace thing. Sorry.
All right, Pat. I think it's time for you to get an easy one. What building serves as headquarters for the Fantastic Four?
The Baxter Building. Oh,
good job. Ooh, how many stories tall is it? That's not an actual question, but I'm reading that in the description of the answer.
Quite.
I bet Jonathan Schaefer Hames
42.
How many stories it was. You're not far off, Pat. You're not terribly far off.
40. Maggie says Baxter Building.
She's correct. She is correct.
Courtney, did you guess the 17?
I'll tell you right now, it is 35 stories tall.
Interesting. A building badly missing in the PlayStation Spider-Man game. What's up?
All right, Delvin.
Yes.
Who is Scar? Skaar. And I'll give you a clue if you need it.
He's Mufasa's brother.
Evil
from the Lion King.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Scar.
You better shut that dog up.
Yeah, I'll take a hint.
All right. Every answer is the son of this superhero. So son of, put in the blank.
Okay.
I think I know this one.
I feel like I should. Is it the son of Kazar?
It is not the son of Kazar.
Okay.
Pat?
What was the question?
Dang it.
John. Yes. Wow. Yes.
Who is Scar? Son of what superhero?
John's killing it.
Did you see it? Did you see what John wrote? So you can snag this one?
Yeah, I see what John wrote. So
you
then,
can't. Turn off the live comments. Pat.
What?
John's getting there, just swinging and hitting them all.
Yeah, John is the true winner of this. John has about 17 right, and we've only asked like 10 questions.
I know questions for the future. Speaking of questions, let's give something away, shall we?
Scar is son of Hulk.
Yeah,
I think I read some of those books too.
Yeah, he ended up not pleasant guy either. All right, so we're going to give away. You know what? Well, I'll pick the prize in a second. I'm going to pick the prize after we have a winner. So, the question is Longbox Crusade trivia time. Have you listened to the shows? How well do you know the Longbox Crusade? If you listen to a show we do called Saturday Matinee Theater, you'll know that every 10 episodes, we take a break from Holmes and Flash Gordon to cover a movie. Name 2 of the movies that we've covered. We've covered 4. We did one at episode 10, 20, 30, and 40. If you can name 2 of the movies we've covered, I've got a prize for you. Hey, you know what? Why doesn't John? I can send you a link, John, and you can be the 4th square, and you can just start dominating this game if you want to do that. we did offer up the 4th square to people.
Not making me look bad. No.
Here, no. John could be the middleman to give us a guess.
Oh my goodness.
So 2 of the 4 movies we've covered
Courtney
on Saturday Matinee
says
Theater.
Tomorrow Never Dies.
That's not correct, but her next guess is.
Mm-hmm.
She said Casino Royale, and that is correct. That was episode 10. We did Casino Royale from 1954.
As we, or I like to call it, Casino Royale with cheese.
With cheese. Oh, let's see. Jill got one. At the Batman, we did Batman 66. Who's going to be the first one to get 2?
My power, let me in your ears. Come with me.
Auction, holding an auction.
Holding an auction.
You don't have to take Courtney's answer, GL. There's 2 other ones. I know both of them, and I wasn't on 2 of them. Of course, I'm biased. Pretty sure I did listen to them.
I would hope so.
Oh, GL with Godzilla.
GL's got it. Godzilla and Batman from 66. GL, what's your taste, man? Do you prefer Crusader Chronicles? Do you prefer Saturday Matinee Theater? Do you prefer James Bond show or On Majesty's Secret Podcast? What's your favorite show? And then I'll tailor your prize to what your favorite show is that we do.
I mean, just remember, you hurt all the other show's feelings.
That's right.
If you choose poorly.
Pick Action Film Face Off. I'm writing down GLHG, and I will put his prize down once he tells us what his favorite show is.
Best pull list.
The random generator has spikes on it.
Spikes on it. He says he loves them all. If you love them all, GL, I'll just reach the box and grab something randomly. But if you want to pick your flavor, you let us know. All right. Well, he's thinking about
Chronicles.
Oh, Chronicles. So Chronicles is always Spider-Man plus something, usually X-Men or Star Wars. Let's see what I got.
Talking about Star Wars.
Well, you know what? I hope you like Legos, because Star Wars it is. We've got the Star Wars Lego. Yep, this is what's her name? Jyn Erso from help me out, Pat.
Rogue.
Thank you, Rogue One.
Rogue One.
You can have the Lego Jyn Erso from Rogue One. We'll send that right to you, GLHG. Thanks for being a listener and supporting our shows.
John, on our network, us.
We got we got Fan Film Fridays.
Ooh, we got a new show coming up, don't we? Mm-hmm. A new show added to the network. I think I saw that hit my email recently, right, Matt?
I'm sorry, what? What? New show? Excuse me?
Mm-hmm. Be looking for a new show called Monday Movie Muckabout. And
you
that would be
with me?
No. A friend of the show, Rick Heineken, asked if he could add to our network, and he made a show, and we liked it. And look for that soon.
I didn't know.
So there you have it.
Guess I was asleep in the back seat when this news came to mom and dad.
I'm the guest on episode 2.
There's been a second episode? I'm like the shrug emoji on
All right. I guess we'll get back to the questions. I don't remember whose turn it was. Let me see. I'll be able to tell when I pull it up. Because, everybody missed, and it started with Delvin, the Scar question.
Mm-hmm.
So this one starts with Pat.
I was going to say, put it on private chat, Pat, so you don't see the live comments come through.
Oh.
Pat's a cheetah. Like, the water boy's a cheetah. We should cut his head off.
How come no one's chatting with me in the private chat?
Because we're podcasting.
Oh, goodness.
Or live streaming, excuse me. There is a difference.
Okay, well, I guess this one I kind of have to give you the choices on.
Okay.
Which of the following heroes was not a member of the magically powered Sentinels of Magic? Zatanna, Dr. Fate, Dr. Strange, or Raven?
Say, what's the...
Sentinels of Magic.
Who is it? Who wasn't?
Who was not?
Who was not a Sentinel of Magic? Okay, give me the names.
Zatanna, Dr. Fate, Dr. Strange, or Raven?
Zatanna, Raven, Doctor Strange, or...
Dr. Fate.
Okay. Delvin's telling me to stop looking at the chat. Doctor Strange.
I think it's a good choice because he's the only one that's not in the DC universe.
So I figured it out.
Yeah.
There you go. I love the little, when you click it, it gives the explanation for the answer. This one says, Doctor Strange is a Marvel hero. Duh. That's what it says. That's what it says.
Hold on. Courtney made a comment at 5:35 about Pat that I think that needs to be put up on the screen.
Wow. I got to scroll all the way to it'd be 4:35 by the time.
Oh, sorry.
I see it. I see it. There
yes. Yes.
No, that was Delvin all the time. That's why I never won. I never won on the Bond trivia at all.
Yeah, who won that Ultimate Bond trivia, by the way? Who was that?
That was me.
I
stumbled.
Oh, Pat, good job. Delvin, back to you. Which Green Lantern came first? And, I mean, you've got choices, but I think a well-educated comic book guy like you knows who the original Green Lantern was in comic book continuity.
I mean, are we talking about just the series?
Who was the original Green Lantern, Delvin? I know it.
Like, because, I actually am looking for a little Hal Jordan.
Hal Jordan. I'll click on it. Oh.
See, that's not you got to be more specific on that, dude.
Hold on.
That's doing something again.
Hold on, please. Okay.
I'm guessing you know the answer.
I do know the answer. So, by the of my rings, I'm going to say Alan Scott. Yes.
Alan Scott. It's technically a first.
It's Green Lantern, Delvin.
Okay.
All right, Pat. Who once served as Tony Stark's personal assistant? I feel like you should get your choices here.
Personal assistant?
I think I know the answer to this, but based off these choices.
Ooh, I kind of got I could say 4 names.
Okay, well, what 4 names would you say?
I would say personal assistant. One would be Pepper.
Mm-hmm.
One would be Happy.
Mm-hmm.
Another would be, I'd say Jarvis.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't. I was gonna say Rhodes, but I don't know. I don't think Rhodes was. But
And none of those are on the list of answers here.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Would you? I'll give you the list since I think we were all thinking Pepper Potts probably on what's the correct answer on that. All right. Carol Danvers, Jane Foster, Jean Grey, or Mary Jane? Peter.
Peter. Mr. Stack. Tony. So say it again.
Carol Danvers, Jane Foster, Jean Grey, or Mary Jane?
It's got to be Carol Danvers then.
That's what I would have guessed. I think we're wrong. Yeah, I think Delvin knows.
Question is what now?
Which one served as Tony Stark's personal assistant?
Mary Jane.
I believe that's correct.
Really?
Absolutely.
We must not got that far.
He's more of a superhero than you'll ever be.
Throw some of that money at me, baby.
We've got joining us in the chat from Periscope over on Twitter. We've got either Jeff or Rick, probably Rick.
This is Abracast. Oh yeah, MJ was the assistant in Iron Man for some bit of time because they were doing that thing where they were sort of trying to distance Mary Jane away from Spider-Man for a little bit, and they didn't have anywhere to put her. And so, crap, who was writing the book at the time? Whoever was writing the book was like, I'm taking Mary Jane.
John says Bendis.
Was it Bendis?
I don't know. Well, ask John. John should know. Yeah.
If John's saying it, I'm just.
Are you questioning the almighty Jonathan Hames?
All hail John Hames. We got Angelica Fetty Wolf.
Oh,
she's up late. The kids are asleep though. That's why.
The kids are away.
She's over in Germany.
Well, I believe this is someone's question.
It's mine.
Delvin's question. Oh, you got easy one. Who is the Scarlet Witch's twin brother?
Quicksilver.
Correct, sir.
What's on the color wheel? What's the opposite color of Scarlet?
Green.
Green Wizard.
Green. Pat, what do we do with you? All right, Pat. What character teamed up with a different hero in almost every issue of Brave and the Bold?
Get off of that chat there before answers start rolling in.
I know the answer.
It's Batman.
It is Batman. It better be because I was like, over to Delvin. Comic book trivia, part 3. What member of the Inhumans did Johnny Storm date?
Crystal.
I hit the wrong button.
I was about to say what?
I literally missed. Yes, he dated Crystal, and she makes those little bitty hamburgers. They're just delicious.
Apparently not. They're about to go out of business.
No.
Ooh, I remember.
I'm still reading Fantastic Four. Dan Slott writes it, and he has like a new paramour from a whole different universe or whatever, and. He had just had an adventure with Wyatt Wingfoot and brought her along, and Wyatt's like, "This is another soulmate." It's like, you mean like Crystal, or this girl, or that girl's huge. My family's here.
My family's here.
Hey guys, I got something. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'd agree with Maggie. I think the Brave and the Bold is a wonderful cartoon.
Batman Brave. Yeah, I like that too, and I remember watching that in the early mornings with the kids. My son would get up early and watch that one, or before school would start in that.
Which one?
Brave and the Bold.
Brave and the Bold.
Yeah, it was a little more had some fun side of it. I thought. I always thought that was cool. But I have some good news here, guys.
Hit me with some good news.
Yes, I just got a message here. This right now, coming in live feed. And you know what? You guys are the first to hear this. Everybody out there.
All right.
Here it is.
We got good news right here.
From Anchor, your podcast is now available on Overcast. Let your listeners know. So I'm letting your listeners know.
Thanks, Anchor. Hey, if you use Overcast,
we're now on Overcast.
We're now on Overcast. Everything we do is a little bit overcast, actually. But hey, whatever.
Yeah, sometimes you're over, sometimes you're under. You're either over or you're under.
Right now, we're over the cats. Oh my goodness! So, whose turn is it? You just nailed the crystal question, Delvin. So it must be Pat. Pat, once again, I feel like you should get the choices, just because I feel bad for you, and I
appreciate that.
I want you to hold on to the slim lead you had against Delvin. The question is, what's the best-selling comic book of all time? And I think I know the answer, but here are your choices. Amazing Spider-Man 583, X-Men #1, Batman 428, Superman 75.
Be back. Have to hit the restroom. We'll see how Pat does on that.
He's a cheater. He's off cheating.
I'll say X-Men #1.
I like that answer.
From the 90s.
Correct. I thought that was correct.
And I bought all those covers.
Oh man, this is like a comic book history question. We're moving into the real world for Delvin's question.
Oh. Hey. Let's see what we got going in the chat. Anybody got a question in the chat for us while we wait for Delvin?
We're waiting on Delvin. Tell you what, let's give something away.
Okay.
Let's give something away.
Courtney says, "Congratulations, guys!" Oh, thank you. GL says, "Woohoo! I do use Overcast." Oh, cool.
All right. Well, that's somebody.
So, well, that's probably what was kind of as we were trying to kind of fix the feed over the last week. So, for those of you that were having some problems, we won't no names. Jonathan Schaefer Hames.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he broke our feed.
Yeah. But
I thought it was X-Men, by the way. I remember like Jim Lee drew like 1 billion covers for it. And I bought the one with Magneto, who was like
Rick wants to know what do you want for Christmas? We'll start with Jaron.
I want peace on earth, goodwill towards men. I want everybody to get along and be happy. I want access to Selma Hayek's dressing room at any given moment. But mostly peace. And then the Selma Hayek thing, and then the peace on earth. Oh, we meant for like $5. Oh, okay. You know what?
Oh, for $5.
Yeah, for $5. Let me tell you, every year
I know
Christmas,
what I want.
You asked me, Pat. Every year for Christmas, my dad used to put $5 worth of McDonald's gift certificates in our stocking.
Oh my god!
I remember that. That was the
greatest
thing. Yeah.
And I would, you know what? I would love to see $5 of McDonald's gift certificates in my stocking. What about you, Delvin?
Man, $5. What could I use for? What could $5 get me? I'm simple. Give me 2 Bang energy drinks. Those things are amazing.
I don't think we want to see Delvin on 2 Bang.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I'll tell you what, if we hit a certain Patreon amount, we will record an episode where Delvin drinks 4 of them right before recording.
I'm so excited.
And Spider-Man was like, and then he was like,
and then the Petrified Man said this.
Yeah,
and then.
the Claremont backstory start making sense to him. He's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, once you think about it, and then there's the protons, pew, and the neutrons, pew.
Delvin's got a big on his wall and all that. He's got all these equations written out everywhere. So maybe you will get peace on Earth, Jared.
Maybe.
Delvin,
what about you, Pat? What's your $5 Christmas look like?
A $5 lunchbox from Taco Bell.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that sounds good.
Right now, they have the chalupa and a taco and then the bean.
Making me hungry.
I'm hungry already.
I promised a giveaway while Delvin was gone, and we'll do. You know what? We've done some long box trivia. Let's put a trivia question, an actual comic trivia question, out to the people. First person who can name Plastic Man's sidekick. First person in the chat that can. So when Jonathan names Plastic Man's sidekick, we'll all know.
Stretchy.
And whoever gets that will win X-Men, the original on Blu-ray.
It's not Plastic Boy, Rick. It's a stupid dog whose name I can't remember.
Plastic Boy isn't one of the choices that I can even click on to find out. Of course, it was Jonathan.
No, the first
Derek
one
is.
Oh, Ken beat him. Wait, no, Derek beat Ken.
Derek beat Ken.
Oh, wow. I thought, oh my goodness, Derek, you should just let's make yourself a T-shirt that says "I beat John," because it don't happen often.
Not an easy feat. Not an easy feat.
Derek's a smart guy. He's
Derek,
a smart guy.
I'm writing it down. Derek WC gets the X-Men Blu-ray.
Oh, just think too. We probably would have seen Derek.
I know we ran into Derek last year.
Yeah.
And
Where are you gonna go, Derek?
Were you gonna go to Heroes Con, Derek? Did we miss you? We all still went.
Yeah.
Lots of space, good parking.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I gotta tell you, I'm proud of you, Ken. Ken came in, almost had it. Of course, John's a genius. We already know that. The comic book genius. We'll put an asterisk because he did if he applied it to other things. Oh goodness! All right, whose turn was it? Pat, you got the best-selling comic, right?
Yes, he did.
And
yes,
then,
yeah.
And then Delvin.
Courtney says I was. Was Courtney going to go too?
Oh, I think she was.
Oh, cool.
She was. You guys all did great, man. That woozy. I wouldn't have got that one.
No, I don't know what the hell that is.
I wouldn't have got that one, but I would get this one. Oh, I would. You get the multiple choices on this one because this is a not question, Delvin. What superhero team has She-Hulk not been a member of? Guardians of the Galaxy, Shield, the Avengers, Fantastic Four.
What's the first one?
Guardians.
That one.
I believe that to be correct. It's just so easily fooled because that one gal in Guardians is green and super strong, so and also really pretty. What is her name?
Who?
The Guardians gal who looks like She-Hulk. She's green and super strong.
Oh, Gamora.
Gamora, yeah, she's real pretty. She's like all things that are She-Hulk.
Yeah, except She-Hulk, of course, is hulky size, and she's not.
Good point.
Hulky
She's
size.
Green, beautiful warrior.
Good point. Pat.
Yes.
What is the name of Doctor Strange's home in Greenwich Village?
Sanctum.
I just wanted to hear you try to say it. It's correct. Yeah.
Sanctum Sanctorum.
That is correct.
How petty was I? That's like he's got to pronounce it perfectly. He's got to pronounce it perfectly, or it's wrong.
Figures it gives me the pronouncing ones too, doesn't it? Huh?
What color was the Hulk when he was originally introduced, Delvin? Here's a gimme question for you.
Hulk was gray.
That's correct. Give him the sound. There we go.
Easier to color. That was not something to do with the print or something like that.
Sanctum Sanctorum.
Sanctum Sanctorum.
Stan Lee originally wanted the Hulk to be gray because he wanted a color that wouldn't suggest any particular ethnic group. But colorist Stan Goldberg had problems with the gray coloring, resulting in different shades of gray and even greenish in the first issue. So the Hulk's color was subsequently changed to the more manageable green color. And the original color was explained away as a second Hulk persona that is usually suppressed by the stronger green Hulk. And they brought that back, as we all remember, in the 80s.
Joe Fix-It.
Joe Fix-It, yeah.
Fix it.
Maggie adds that he only turned hulky at night.
Also correct. That was Pat? Who was that? Was it Delvin? Pat, Delvin. That was Delvin.
That was me.
All right. Interesting. What was the first comic book to feature a recurring character? That's right. Back in the day, they used to just rotate them. I feel like you should get the options on this one because they are out there. This first one's very French. It's Histoire de Vieux Bois. I don't know. The second one.
It sounded like you were saying something in reverse.
Oui.
Yep, it was
Yeah,
Freddy is the double.
Yeah,
The next one is The Adventures of 1010, which I have heard of. The next one is Max and Moritz. And the last one is Ali Sloper's Half Holiday.
Let's say Tintin.
I love 1010, but we're wrong. Delvin, guess. French
that,
one?
That fourth one sounded like a pretty good porn.
Ali Sloper's Half Holiday?
God, I don't even remember them. I was zoning out so bad. Say it again, please.
The French one that I'm not going to try again.
Yes.
Max and Moritz and Ali Sloper's Half Holiday.
B. B.
The second
Max
one?
and Moritz.
Max and Moritz.
Son of a bitch.
Slopey?
Slopey.
Oh.
To Delvin. Captain Leonard Mackenzie fathered what superhero?
Namor.
Impressive, sir.
Ooh.
And with that, it took an hour and 26 minutes, but he tied it up.
Oh.
Something, tortoise, hare.
Which of the following heroes was not a founding member of the X-Men, Pat? I'm not giving you the choices. You have to guess. I'm just kidding.
What?
Not a founding member of the X-Men. Beast, Marvel Girl, Iceman, Wolverine.
Which was not?
Yep.
Oh, you said Wolverine, right?
I did.
Okay, yep.
Uh-huh. We were around for Wolverine.
That's it.
Joining the team. That's when we started on Chronicles.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm. All new, all different.
Mm-hmm. Got that right.
I've been enjoying it on Chronicles.
Okay. Delvin.
Okay.
What is Zeitgeist's superpower?
Oh, jeez. Keep going. Oh, wait. That was it?
That's it. I don't know who Zeitgeist is.
I do know who Zeitgeist is. And I don't want to add anything. Oh, screw it. I don't care. This isn't for any. But yeah, Zeitgeist was on the X-Force team, which became Ecstatics.
Okay.
I think he threw up something from his mouth, like some mouth projection thing.
He can vomit on command.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Jonathan Schaefer Hames level of comic book nerdery.
Yeah, he was like the last bit of the original run of X-Force. Mike Allred took over the book. And it was a kind of pretty funky take on they were like mutants, but like they were kind of controlled by like something like the popular media, something like that. Hence the name Zeitgeist.
Oh, you know what? I knew he sounded familiar. He was in the movie.
Yeah.
Maggie just jogged my memory. He was in Deadpool 2.
Well, she's all John's, boys. See what I did there?
You know what? I wouldn't have it any other way.
Derek adds Peter Milligan and Mike Allred.
You guys, yeah. I remember those books, but I'm not good at the X universe. Not my thing. This next question I do know the answer to. Let's find out if Pat does. What is She-Hulk's day job?
Oh, you know what? I know this one.
Because of Crusade Miss?
Yes. It is. She is a lawyer. She's just a She-Hulk lawyer, Your Honor.
She's just a She-Hulk lawyer. Your Honor. Clearly.
Really.
Oh, we got softball for Delvin here. Delvin, what newspaper does Peter Parker work for? Let's just get this out of the way.
Lawyer. John says attorney, but
same thing. Tomato. The Bugle, Daily Bugle.
Of course.
Oh, he used to. He don't work for them no more. He got. Oh wait, he might work for him again. I mean, they made a whole big storyline. He got fired for doctoring a photo. Like they made a whole big deal of it. It was like, oh yeah, a few years back where he got straight up S-canned from the Daily Bugle for being a big photographic cheater.
He's a phony.
He's a phony.
All right, Peppy Pat.
He can't take pictures and he lies.
Well done, sir. Pat, where is Moira McTaggart's mutant research lab located? I might know this one.
It's on the it's what's that it's on, I know it it's I don't know the name of it.
I see two choices on these four that I like. I know which one I would pick, but I don't know if it's right or not.
I want to say it's on the Mutant Island. The but the name's I don't remember the island name. No, somebody will say it, and then I totally.
Delvin?
Muir Island.
Muir Island is correct. So close, Pat.
See, I gave it to Delvin. That's how I let him win.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Win. You're a nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
You for an hour and a half you led this, but now Delvin has the lead by 1.
It was to make Delvin look better. See,
yeah, he kind of like give him.
Yeah,
I need that because, like, seriously, it's going to get dark if I didn't win it. You know.
Mm-hmm. That's a good thing I'm not coming there because maybe my event would be closed this year. I don't want that.
I'm very petty. That's
Whose question is this? This is an interesting one.
It's mine. I stole it from Pat.
I'm going to give you the options on this one. And I think I know the answer. Why did Michael Jackson attempt to buy Marvel Comics in the 1990s? If you don't know off the top of your head, I'll give you the options.
Yeah, go ahead and give me the options.
In the 1990s?
Mm-hmm. I think I know the answer to this.
I need the options.
He wanted to publish a Michael Jackson comic book. He wanted to play Spider-Man in a movie.
B.
I think that's the correct one.
Yep. Ham and whole wheat.
Out of respect for the dead, I'm not giving any jokes on that one either.
Aunt May, are you okay? Are you okay, Aunt May?
Hold on.
You've been hit by
He
a smooth stay ground.
Outside the door, like.
Oh my goodness.
We're musing into no one but ourselves. And
Mary Jane is not my love. She's just a girl who says that. More satisfying than you'll ever be.
Facing that existential crisis, clearly. I'm starting with the man in the mirror.
Oh, Pat, you need to come back here, man.
There comes a time when we hear a certain call.
We're going to do all the songs. So we all know that Mephisto split up Mary Jane and Peter Parker. But Peter's all like, do you remember the time when we fell in love? Do you remember? All right, I'll stop. Patrick O'Brien is a secret identity. Patrick O'Brien is a secret identity of what superhero? Pat.
Who?
Patrick O'Brien. Patrick O'Brien.
Patrick O'Brien is the secret identity of who?
That's what I'm asking you.
Patrick O'Brien. Finkel Iron.
They're in it together. How? Why?
Goodness, digging in my shit. Patrick O'Brien. I'm going to say...
Jonathan Schaefer-Haves continues the Michael Jackson jokes in the chat. Wet screen.
I don't know. I'm stumped on that one.
You suck. You're no longer welcome on this network. Delvin?
Patrick O'Brien?
Should I know it?
I mean, I knew him, but I guess I won't judge. I take.
I mean,
it back.
have we covered it at all? Or?
I know a hero with the last name of O'Brien, but its first name wasn't Patrick. So I'll go with what I think. Plastic Man.
Oh,
I thought his first name was Eel.
That's what I thought.
Like his nickname was like Patrick Eel O'Brien.
Maybe I knew the O'Brien part, so I just went with the guess.
Yeah, it's right
I
here.
thought
Patrick
it was
Eel O'Brien is the secret identity of Plastic Man.
Derek with the chum on, you guys.
Come on. These are just getting bad.
Bad.
Right?
Who's bad?
Courtney, you missed a lot of Michael Jackson humor.
Not a Michael Jackson puns and references, yes. Okay. This is, I guess, up for interpretation.
This is my question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's considered to be the first graphic novel? I'll give you the options. The New Mutants, Watchmen, A Contract with God, Black Mark, The Mind Demons.
Quit making up words.
Skip, scap, skabobble. Zip it up and zip it out.
Zippity dude out of here, Jared.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I'm going to go with the first one I read, and that's Watchmen.
Ooh. You know what? I'm going to go with the last one. Oh.
New Mutants.
Contract with God. Although precursors can be traced back as far as 1828, most comic historians agree that the first real graphic novel was Will Eisner's A Contract with God, published in 1978. The book is made up of 4 standalone stories that revolve around poor Jewish characters who live in a tenement in New York City. There's some history for you. Ken Solo, John Hames, they're on it.
I'm cursing at them via YouTube chat. It's not my best. It's not my best look, Jared.
Well, Pat, what do you think about this one? What supervillain is the half brother of the Chameleon?
What supervillain is the half brother? Stegron.
I wish that was true. I wish Stegron was the answer to all these questions, but it's not. Delvin?
Craven. Craven the Junta.
I'll tell you what, I'm craving a Big Mac after we had that discussion earlier.
Miranda's cooking something, and I am starving right now.
Oh, Pat, it's about time. Here comes your comeback. What is Kitty Pryde's superpower? No, he did. No, didn't he just? Oh, that's right. You missed you were numb nuts with this. Yeah. All right. Sorry. Let's add to your lead, Delvin. What's Kitty Pryde's superpower?
Intangibility.
Let's see. It's looking for that. Yep. Nope. It says she can walk through walls.
Phases through walls. Yeah.
Stop using big words.
That's right. Sorry.
Oh, all right, Pat. I got this. I feel like you've got this. What does the K in MODOK stand for?
Did I stump the people on the Craven question? Oh no, I got. Oh, look at the big brain on Delvin for one. What was this question?
What does the K in MODOK stand for?
Got it. Okay.
I'm very comfortable with the D, the O, and the K. I'm always fuzzing what the M and the O are for, but I think I know. I
heard you're comfortable with the D.
This is the maturity level you get here. And we're proud of it. Come on, Pat.
I'll say kill. Killer. Kill. 'Cause, 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 'cause
I'm gonna have to give you a no on that, Delvin.
MODOK stands for machine only design blah 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 killing.
Killing.
Oh.
Machine only designed for killing.
Organism designed only for killing. It's
Machine.
it's the O that always throws me off.
Yeah, the second O. I think they just throw it in there because it didn't. Let's go to the comments.
Mobile organism designed only for killing. There you go.
Is
And
the
look at
four-
Courtney. Courtney's
is the
telling
four-
you. This is Courtney talking to you.
We're not here to pick sides. It was Jared. Mental organism designed only for killing. Big old head, bimbly little legs.
Wait, he's saying mental organism. Maggie's saying mobile organism. What's the M stand for?
I would say mental.
I thought it was machine.
I thought it was machine organism.
Ken says mental. What does John say? The final word.
He's like the Judge Wapner of the chat. We love you too, Courtney.
Dun, 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 on today's comic.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Whose question is this? You did.
Mine.
You got the killing out from under Pat. Yeah. Who was Reed Richards' college roommate?
Dr. Doom.
I thought that was right.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm wrong.
I just remembered. Yeah.
I'm wrong.
Pat.
Victor Von Doom? Otherwise, is it, let me ask this one. It's that one
This
guy.
is the second guess.
It's the one guy from X-Men. And he's always like, who is that guy?
It's the thing. It's
Ben Grimm.
yeah, it's Ben.
I was thinking of that one guy who had like, I got a spaceship. Everybody get my spaceship. And we're going to go.
That's a bunny.
Oh,
That is
Corbeau.
Yeah.
Something
Oh,
Corbeau.
Bull, yeah.
Corbeau made knowing Corbeau, he probably built the dorm that they stayed in.
Yeah.
That dude is everything when you need it. All right, Pat. What characters were originally designed for a Legion of Superheroes spin-off series? And I'll give you your choices. Hawk Girl and Zatanna, Starfire and Cyborg, Storm and Nightcrawler, Martian Manhunter and Black Canary.
Say them again.
No.
Okay.
Hawk Girl and Zatanna, Starfire and Cyborg, Storm and Nightcrawler, Martian Manhunter and Black Canary.
Who were
good
made
question.
for the spinoff?
Originally designed for a Legion of Superheroes spinoff. I know which one I would guess at, but it is a guess.
I'm gonna say no. I'll say Martian Manhunter and
Delvin.
Please give me the choices again. I'm sorry, dude.
Hawk Girl and Zatanna, Starfire and Cyborg, Storm and Nightcrawler.
Let's go with A.
That's what I would have gone with. We would have been wrong. Apparently, Starfire and Cyborg. Storm and Nightcrawler were a Legion of Superheroes. That's a different universe.
Yeah. What?
Oh, I get why. Let me read the explanation. Artist Dave Cockrum designed early versions of X-Men characters Nightcrawler and Storm for use in DC Comics' Legion of Superheroes spin-off series. But when he started work on the new X-Men in 1975, he brought the characters with him. And here I thought Derek William Crabb was being a smart butt in the chat, but he was actually correct.
It's 6:15, my friend. Is there a giveaway coming up?
Yeah, we'll wrap this up here. Just, looks like Delvin is up by about 5 points. So, Pat, if you can answer the next 5. Oh, I never got to do my fun rounds. I forgot about my. I even designed fun, wacky rounds.
Same for another time.
Okay.
Yeah. Save them. Don't tell me about it. Like the new podcast.
All right. let's see. I want to find a good question to ask the people in the chat. We'll give something away and we'll call it a day.
Is it going to be comic book related or Longbox Crusade related?
Which one do you want it to be?
Longbox Crusade related.
Longbox Crusade related. All right, first person in the chat. We all know that Pat founded the network back in 1964.
Yes.
1989.
Right, it's another
podcast.
Get down.
We all know that Pat founded the network, and we all know that the network's main series of shows has, the Dark Web. It's got the Yard Sale Artist, Death Probe. It's got, who's the other one? The Weasel Skull. All right, Pat founded it. Of the 4 main members of the network, first person to be able to correctly put in order who joined the network. First it was Pat, and then this person, and then this person, and then this person. If you get the proper order of how we joined the network, you're going to win a prize.
That's a hard one.
No, that should be easy. That should be easy as high.
Let's see what it'll be good for.
As hostess cream filling. Oh, wait, looks like, let's see. Rick has Pat, Jared, Jason, and Delvin, followed quickly by Angelica and quickly again by Courtney. But the first person was Rick.
Rick
Heineken.
Rick is correct. All right, Rick, and you have won Captain America issue 336, signed by inker Bob McLeod.
Ooh, nice.
From the Clam Cloud.
Mm-hmm. How many McLeod inkers are there in these comics?
I'm not McLeod to say.
Pat, how many can there be?
There can be only
one.
Correct. All right.
Yes.
All we got to do now is find our Crusaders Club member and give them something. Let's see what I got in my box of goodies. I'm thinking the Crusaders Club member. Oh, why not? If you join the Crusaders Club, we will give you a autographed Bob McLeod comic. We'll give you 337 for being in the Crusaders Club. You don't have to be present to win. And Aquaman pop figure.
Did you know he had a curse on him?
I know that now. So what I'm going to need is for Pat to pull up our Patreon list up, or should I grab it?
I don't have it up. I was kind of getting my way there, but if you're quick.
Okay. Go ahead. As you're getting the Patreon list up, last I checked, there was 29 patrons. Would you like to be our 30th patron? Because you could be.
We got to get those numbers up, man. Those are rookie numbers.
Oh, yeah, you could be. For as little as $1 a month. I'll put the banner up. There you go. And one of the nice things about it is you win stuff like this autographed Captain America comic, and you get the Aquaman pop figure.
Am I doing a randomizer, or what do you want me to do?
Oh, we're gonna what I want you to do is put your cursor anywhere on the list. Just randomly kind of put the cursor, and then Courtney's gonna do her job and give us a number 1 through 29. And wherever you start on the list, just count down 29. I'm just kidding. That's going to get you right back to where you were. If she picks 29.
But she didn't know where you started.
I know. She'd have to pick 29 for that to work. Okay. 1 through 29, Courtney. And wherever he started, he will move the cursor down, and that person will be the winner. What you got, Courtney? 1 through 29. 25. She wants you to really count a lot of spaces.
Boy. All right. Here we go. 1, 2.
And count them down like countdown
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
This might take a minute.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
I love my boy Pat and all,
17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Just to make it worse, Ken Solo wants to know why this comic isn't bagged and boarded. Just to make it worse, because this way we can fold it up and mail it to you.
All right, I have it.
All right, who's the big winner from the Crusaders Club?
Maxwell Travar.
Oh, Max. I think he won our slot on Crusadeness, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And now
Wow,
he's
winner.
just won himself this lovely package. Congratulations, Max.
Very cool. Very cool.
Well, Ken, like he's also like in lieu of Post-its, you're just gonna put a big old sticker on top of the comment.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a stamp. Stick it in the big box.
Right on it. Give it off.
If you want to be like Max, all you got to do is head over to Longbox Crusade over on Patreon. So go to patreon.com/Longbox Crusade for as little as $1 a month. You could be winning something in our free raffles that we do here on the live streams. You get to vote on show content. You playing with Velcro?
Yes, sorry.
That's what I thought. You get to vote on show content.
Like, that one ain't me.
Oh my goodness! Oh, we've had some
Excuse
fun today. Delvin is still the reigning trivia champion, but it was a pretty close battle today. I want to thank everybody who participated in the chat. Make sure you point your pod catchers to Longbox Crusade and check out all of our shows. Pat, what do you got for him before we sign off?
Am I supposed to say something here?
Delvin.
Oh.
We are the champions, my friend, and we'll keep on fighting to the end. We are the champions.
I gotta think Jason could have really mixed this up, but he's spending some time with his son today, and that's good.
I think John really is, or Derek.
Yeah, we should.
Maybe that's what we should do. We should have two big, like those two. Let those two go at it here, and then we can just, mind game them.
We do teams.
We can call them names.
It's like Pat and Jonathan and Delvin and Derek are a team against each other.
No, we just let them, and then we say,
just make them fight gladiator style.
Yeah, and we watch
Kirk
like
fought Spock.
Yes.
Anyways, thanks everybody for being here. Anybody else got anything?
Good to go.
Oh, thank you,
guys. You have been a ton of fun. Thanks for being here, and we will catch you next month. If you're not listening to our shows, shame on you. But we'll see you here at the live stream next month. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.